I'm Mary McInnes-Meyer, and here we are with a Bike People yoga sequence. Val Engel is a Bike People, and so am I. And what this is it's to address the unidirectional motion that we tend to have as cyclists. It's not meant that you do this. This has a lot of conditioning, strengthening element to it. Not meant to be done if you're in training for racing or you want to have all of your biking power available for biking. This is conditioning that is done so that you can improve the biking power. So I recommend you do this off season, or if you want to do it once a week and you're going to give yourself some recovery time, that works great too during the on season for biking. Okay, let's start by centering, because the mental part is really important of life and cycling. So sit tall, root unevenly through both of your sits bones, and rise up through the center of your body. And rest your awareness in the entire space occupied by your body. Move your awareness to the opening at the bottom of your rib cage. And when you inhale, allow the opening at the bottom of the ribs to expand all around the full perimeter. On the exhale, focus on the front ribs, then moving back into the body. This will mobilize your diaphragm in a seated posture. So the inhale is the entire perimeter of the bottom of the rib cage expanding outward. The exhale is the front of that perimeter flattening inward. Set an intention for your practice. On an exhale, lower your chin. Inhale, raise your head, open your eyes. All right, Val will set up with no props. She's going to be starting off in a down dog, and so will you. We might need that later. Okay, so from the down dog, we'll do some adding on through a nice core and upper body conditioning sequence. Inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. Oops. Oh, we're going to move forward. Move forward a little bit if you're by a wall. Maybe your leg is still up there. I hope so, but I hope you're still breathing. All right, so then on the exhale, knee into chest. Okay, inhale the leg back up. Exhale, set it down, switch legs. Okay, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee into chest. And this is hinge forward like a plank. And then we're going to take the inhale up like a down dog. Exhale, place the foot down. Inhale the right leg up. Now shift those shoulders forward. This is plank, knee to chest. Inhale the right leg up again, and exhale to place it down. Okay, one more time on this side, then we add on. Inhale it up. Exhale the knee into the chest. Okay, inhale it up. Exhale, place it down. So now we're going to see if we can add in a flip to a side plank with a hip opener. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee into chest. Now she's going to flip onto the left side. She's going to plant, is that your left? Yeah, plant the foot on the floor. There we go. Maybe that takes an extra breath. That's fine. Okay, so then on the next exhale, we're just going to step it back to down dog. So you're going to step your right foot back where the left one was. Inhale the left leg up. Okay, exhale, knee into chest. Okay, inhale, flip into the plank. Put the foot down so the toes are facing the direction you're facing, straight out. We take an extra breath. When you're ready, you exhale back into the down dog, step that foot back by the other one. Okay? So let's do it again. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the knee to the chest, shifting the weight forward, knee tight into the chest. And then inhale, flip to the side. Exhale here. Oops. Inhale here. Exhale back to the down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, plank. Inhale, flip onto the right. Toes pointing in the direction you're facing. Take an exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale, back to down dog. Step it on back. Okay, so one more time with extra breaths here. So inhale the right leg up, leave it there, extra breath. Exhale here, and inhale here. Exhale, knee into chest. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhale, side plank. Foot's gonna face my direction. Okay, exhale here, and inhale here. Exhale into down dog. Inhale here, and exhale here. We get to do it again. Left leg up, inhale, hold it here. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, knee to chest plank, hold it here, taking things up high. And then we did the inhale, and we did the exhale, okay. Then plant the foot, side plank right. We inhale, then we add the exhale. Push the foot into the floor so you can get the hips higher. And the inhale. The exhale is down dog. And breathe. So you can do as many of these as you like, okay? Now I'd like to have us add on to that with, we'll go through with just the one breath movements, and we'll add on some plank, lower down, and cobras. So inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest. Okay, inhale, flipping to the plank. Exhale, back to a plank now. Take an inhale in the plank, and on the exhale, lower it down. Inhale to cobra. Press your feet down, pull your hands back, and you'll notice that Val comes up, take an extra breath. Her shoulders are going backward and her chest is going forward. You get that action by pulling the hands back. Next exhale, release palms together overhead. Take an inhale up your spine all the way to your fingertips. Exhale down the spine to the soles of the feet. You're going to inhale it all the way up to the fingertips again. Exhale, slide your hands a third of the way down the ribs. Squeeze the midline, prepare your body, squeeze the lower body together, look out in front of you slightly. On an exhale, push forward into the hands, keep squeezing and plank it up. Take an inhale, and exhale into down dog. Okay, extra breath. We'll move through this again. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, plank. Inhale to side plank with the foot down, push the foot into the floor, open up. Okay, and then exhale, plank. Left hand to the floor, plank. Oops. Yeah, this one. Then take an inhale in your plank. On the exhale, you're going to lower it down. I don't know.
I think I went the same way twice.
Inhale, we'll come to cobra. Val may have gone the same way twice. If you're doing it at home, you do it better. All right? So make sure you're symmetrical. Go ahead and release it down, palms together overhead. Inhale, up to the fingertips. Exhale, soles of feet. So you're getting some breath awareness and getting a mental game going here. Visualize the breath moving all the way up to the fingertips. And then exhale, slide the hands a third of the way down the ribs. Your inhale is collector energy, so squeeze your midline together. Even the elbows are squeezing the midline. The exhale is push forward into the hands while squeezing everything together and solidly come up to the plank. Then next exhale, down dog. Okay, so that's plenty of that. You can always press rewind on your VCR and do this over and over again. Okay, so now we're going to flip over onto our back. So go ahead, lower it down, flip over onto your back, and we'll do something that's really good for cyclists. It's going to be stretching across the hip flexor while using the muscles of that part of the body and using a lot of core, everything above that. Okay, so let's start this out. Take both knees into your chest. Put your palms up alongside your hips. Palms up causes external rotation of your arms. That's a good thing. You're going to exhale, raise your upper body up. Okay, so your arms are slightly off the floor, and softly allow the fronts of shoulders to fall away from each other because they're going to want to keep coming up. Now extend your right leg out and put it as close to the floor as you possibly can and stay here and breathe. Okay, so the breath now as smooth as you can get it, and continue to contract your core to try to lift yourself up closer and closer to this knee, but also see if you can take the knee in closer to the body. Press out through the heel of your extended foot, yeah, and pull your toes back. Continue to breathe, okay? Another thing this is working on, take your gaze slightly up so you have a slight openness to the chin. So what we're looking for here is a strengthening on the front of the neck too. Bike people tend to have imbalance, really strong back of the neck, weak front of the neck, okay? So we're addressing a few things here. Maybe one more breath. One more breath, and then she's gonna hug her knees in and relax it down. Okay, rock your head side to side now to release some of those muscles of the neck. Okay, and allow your abdomen to move as you breathe so that you're not holding tension there, because when you're doing core work, you have to hold the tension. It's a part of it, but we don't need to be holding that tension constantly.
I have a cramp in my hip.
And Val had to take her cramp in her hip. Then you do what you need to do. All right, palms up now. We're gonna do the other side. Maybe this will get rid of that cramp.
Maybe.
Exhale, curl your upper body up. And then inhale, extend your left leg out and hold it there. Pull your toes back. Get solid on the front of your thigh. Like you want to feel like you're squeezing the muscles of the front of your thigh on a bone. All right, so she's soft across fronts of shoulders. She's lifting as high as she can. And instead of like tucking the chin down, we've got the chin lifted into more of a neutral position so you can really work the muscles of the neck. Try to take the knee into the chest more and take the chest into the knee more. And constantly checking in with, what is going on with my neck? Because we don't want to do this kind of thing. We want to keep a slight opening of the chin. And keep breathing as smoothly as you can. So I recommend, as all yoga teachers will, to breathe through the nose when you're doing your yoga practice. It helps you regulate your breath. So you can breathe at a slightly slower rate. The nasal passage then is the regulator. How about 2 more breaths? Oh, God. I know I get it right when I say 1 more breath and 2 more breaths, and then I hear a religious declaration go on. Okay, go ahead. Knees to chest, maybe? Okay. Rock your head side to side. Okay. All right, so good conditioning work can help you balance out your body from the imbalances of cycling, and ultimately help you hold your body in a more balanced way, whether you're cycling or doing anything. Okay, so now we're going to go into some of the lower body actions. So go ahead and rock yourself up or do whatever you like to do to come to standing. This comes from a system of yoga called shadow yoga. So it means you're going to kind of get in your deepest, darkest places maybe. Okay, take your feet wider than hips, maybe even a little wider than shoulders, and your toes are going to point out. And see that you can get your knees directed in the direction of your toes when you raise and lower here. So go ahead and raise and lower a couple times. Yeah.
My knees are popping.
Okay, and so as long as your knees are going in the direction of your toes, you've got a good stance. If your knees fall in, do not do it that way. Simply turn your toes in a little. So if I have this kind of action going, not cool. It's gonna really strain my knees. It's gonna injure them. So then I would rotate my toes inward a little bit so that, now I can easily get the knees over the toes. It's critical. So go ahead and do it. All right, looks like we're gonna do a little something for shoulders here. So take your arms really wide. Take your right arm underneath your left, and you can even do this with momentum, because you're pretty warm now. If you momentum it, you might be able to get a good cross at the elbows. All right, so we're going to hold out here, lift the elbows up a little, rock the wrists away from you. Take an inhale, okay, now an exhale, making circles. Drop the right shoulder down towards the right knee, go right through the center. Left shoulder to left knee, and then come up without straightening your legs. Now reverse it. Exhale to go down the opposite way. And then we're going to inhale to come up. And notice how Val is keeping her body moving through as much of a vertical circular plane as she can, right? So that's what you're looking to do, really dropping the body down instead of, keeping the body lifted or forward. So the other thing you can do, there'll be a tendency for the opposite knee to fall in. So if my body's on the left, I'm pressing through the right foot, right? When my body goes to the right, I'm pressing through the left foot. So don't overwhelm yourself with what you're doing, but maybe you can add this in because your awareness grows as you practice, okay? So the awareness is, when my body's on this side, I press on that side. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Straighten up your legs. Take your arms wide. What'd you do? 3 times each?
5.
Oh, she did a lot. I was really talking. Go ahead and now do the opposite cross. So you're going to fling the left elbow underneath the right. the elbows up and wrists are kind of rocking away from you. Some people can't get this cross of the elbows, or they might not be able to get the wrists to get the hands together. So what we do is we get as much cross of the elbow as we can. Let me just put this here. So we get as much of the cross of the elbow as we can, and then we use something between the hands so that we actually get the same effect with the pose as somebody who hooks their hands. So it's not about the hands coming together, it's about getting the stretch this is meant to provide. So you use something, maybe it's just a towel, maybe it's a strap, but make sure that you're getting the benefit of the pose. Okay, so now we're gonna sit low again. This time let's start with the left, okay? So on the exhale, she'll drop left, shoulder down, and then on the inhale, she's coming up. Then she's gonna reverse, and she's pressing left, and now she's pressing right foot, okay? So now she's pressing right foot, and now pressing left. Got it? So this will allow you then to do what it takes to stabilize the knee, and it will strengthen your knee in the lateral plane. Okay, so she said she did 5 on the other side, so she's going to do 5 on this side, and I guess so are you. So you're following the breath as an exhale down, and it's inhale up. Okay. So
I think that was 5.
she thinks it was 5. If you feel differently, please do some more. Okay. From here, let's just step to the top of the mat, do a forward fold. So feet are hip width apart now, they are squared to the front. So hip width is from the center of your thigh down to the center of your ankle is the same width. From the center of your ankle, straight forward through the center of your second toe is straight ahead. Okay, review that if you need to. Hang out there. So when you're in a forward bend, if you can let your weight come forward onto the balls of your feet more, so everything will shift forward a little more, you're going to get more out of it. And make sure that it's this region that's getting the stretch. The only way that we can really make sure of that is by bending the knees. Okay, so you bend the knees so that this portion of your back is lower than this portion of your back. Okay, some people with the straight legs are unable to get the forward bend here, allowing your low back to get the treatment. Okay, so go ahead now and step it back with your left leg into a lunge. So this has a balance component to it and an awesome twisting component. Actually, we're going to do warrior 1.5. We're going to do, okay, so plant the heel. And so the difference between a lunge and a warrior is the heel is planted in warrior. The heel is up and straight back in a lunge. Good to know. But I say warrior 1.5 because this isn't as long as your full warrior 2 stance, for those of you who understand that. It's going to be a long stance that does not have your thigh horizontal. Okay, it'll look just like this. Go ahead and raise yourself up now, and we're going to have the body facing forward and take your arms up. So it's a little longer than a warrior 1 because in a warrior 1 we're trying to align the right bottom rib in line with your left bottom rib in line with your right bottom rib and pull it forward. And in a warrior 1.5, you kind of are working hard, but it doesn't quite get there. It doesn't quite square to the front. Now she's going to take an inhale here, palms together, and exhale, twisting to the right. So she's going to take her left elbow out, yes, and push the palm down. See, it's balanced. I told you. Inhale to raise it up. Arms go through the side, and then exhale. Hands come to the heart center as you extend spine forward, and you twist it. Perfect. So continue with that. You're going to feel like your left heel wants to come off the floor, but you're going to cue it to stay on the floor, okay? So you're continuing to press down through that. She's moving into a full expression of heart opening on the inhale. On the exhale, she's keeping as much upper back bend as she can. One more time. And then come into the twist. Now we're going to hold it here, okay? Press your right palm down into your left and try to twist things back. Awesome. Your right waist wants to draw forward. So as she is pressing her palm down, she is also trying to press that right waist back. Yeah. And her gaze is twisting up with her. Her right shoulder gets the opportunity to really draw back. Place the hands down, step it back to down dog. Okay. So when doing this video at home, you could play with alternating which side that you start with. Okay, and I recommend that because our video might not be exactly symmetrical, okay? It'll be close. And that way you can make sure that you get even more balance in your body. Okay, so let's come into the forward fold at the front of the mat again. Okay, and now let's step it back with your right leg. Warrior 1.5 stance, okay? You're gonna raise it up on the inhale, palms together, okay? Drawing their right bottom rib forward. Exhale into the twist. So we're trying to reach the elbow across the other thigh. Awesome. Inhale to come up. Exhale to twist. Okay, follow your breath. Inhale to come up. Really lift the heart center up, and then exhale, coming into your twist, pressing the left palm down. Okay, do it again. And do it one more time. And Val has total veto power. She could say no. She might be keeping track of how many times we do things, so, you know, which is more than I do. We're going to push back through the left hip. We're going to push down through the left palm. Keep the back of the skull in the back of the pose. And twist the, twist the gaze up. Okay. So that is a twisting warrior 1.5. It's a good pose because you get to work cross planes in your body instead of that unidirectional movement of biking. Go ahead and place your hands down. Step to the top of your mat. Take a breath. Okay, how about a down dog? Take a down dog, take a couple breaths, because then I'm going to have you go back to the twist, the warrior 1.5 twist, and from there take off into a twisting half moon. So it's a balance pose, and it's going to feel awesome. That's all you need to know, okay? So this time we'll do a step forward. So take your right leg up and then step it forward into warrior 1.5. Plant your left heel. Okay, raise it up to warrior 1.5, and then palms come to heart center. You're going to twist it to the right. Okay, so make sure you're pretty deep in this thing. Oops. All right, and now the real balance challenge comes. Some people enjoy using a block for this. It helps give access. Do you need a block for your warrior or your twisting half moon? All right, so the block is going to go out in front so that her shoulder, it's too far, her shoulder and her wrist will line up. Let's see if this is about a good spot. She'll put it where she wants it. It's pretty close, okay? Vertical then, left arm. And now she just took off, right? She's rolling. How about you touch your hip first and get the shoulder back first? Then touch your shoulder and really get the elbow up to the sky. So we got, now extend that arm. So if you follow this kind of, 3-step process, touch the hip, roll the shoulder, that's step 1. Touch the shoulder and push the elbow up, that's step 2. And then step 3 is extend the arm. It's going to be easier, right? The shoulder will find its spot better. Push back through the heel and up through this. You're really using the muscles of the back thigh to press up. So can you press up? Awesome. Step it back to down dog. That was a long hold. I don't know if you held it the whole time that Val did, but that is a really strengthening pose that has a lot of that cross body opening involved in it. Left leg goes up, sweep it forward to the warrior 1.5. Okay, and the heel goes down. Placing block is a great time to place the block. You're going to inhale to raise up. Exhale to the twist. Okay, do a little bit of a hold here just until you feel stable. Okay, and then it's take off. So for the takeoff, it helps to, reach out for the block first, or the floor if you're using the floor, but get the hand in the position first, then take off. Left hand to hip, she's doing it. She's rolling the shoulder back, then left hand to shoulder. Push the elbow up, get space across collarbones and such. Left arm goes up to the sky, continue to get the space across the collarbones. And breathe, okay? Really pressing back through that asana, through that right heel, and really engaging the muscles of the back of the right thigh to lift that leg up. Okay, so again, we're going at a super long hold here. Do what you can. You can always re-enter the pose. Awesome. Okay, and go on and step it on back. All right, so that's some good conditioning stuff for both upper and lower body. And we have more to our sequence that is stretch related. If you're lucky, you'll get a video on that too. But for the meantime, this gives you something to work on in the off season. And be sure to practice it pretty regularly. It's a short sequence. And if you did this just 3 times a week, I think you have great benefit from it. So thank you very much for practicing with us. I recommend taking a breather like Val has done here in your child's pose. You can also take a full Shavasana at this point. So bye people. Thanks for playing. Namaste.